Dang, dude, yo, what? Dude, Choo Choo Charles being
Internet.
extra creepy. What's going on? I'm Cody. Welcome to Nathan for Reaction. Today, I'm going to be reacting to Game Theory, The Cursed Lore of Choo Choo Charles is by the Game Theorists. As always, the link to the video in the description. I'm also guys, our new channel. Smash that subscribe and leave a like on the video. Let's even get this video like 1,000 likes. So let's go and check out Game Theory, The Cursed Lore of Choo Choo Charles. Dude, okay. Dude, let's do this.
On the island of Aranirum, Charles read
Bruh.
sunshine.
Dude, that can't be good. Dude,
Dude,
that is so terrifying.
With himself. What a
Very useful engine.
Bruh, dude, this just got like extra creepy. Dang, dude, yo, what? Dude, Choo Choo Charles being
Internet.
extra creepy. Dude, that is so terrifying.
Hey, I don't know if you can tell this, but my voice is shot. I
Oh,
apparently
dang,
called
dude.
My 4-year-old had food poisoning coupled with
Bruh.
extreme muscle stiffness, subsequently
That
followed
is
by
not
4
good.
days of not having a voice. And I recognize
Dang,
that
dude.
in order for this video to
It'll
go up
get
in
better
any
soon.
semblance of a timely fashion, it needs to get recorded. So if you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna hand it off to head editor Dan. I'm
Dude,
going to
Dan,
now
let's
put all the
go.
ice on all of my nodes, and I'm gonna rest my voice in the hopes that I can finally record this incredibly long FNAF timeline episode.
Bruh, let's
anyway,
go.
Dan. Oh, all right. I will talk to you later.
Dang, dude.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that always choo-choo chooses violence. Just like they
Hey.
used to always choo-choo
Dude, the
choose. Hit that
pun.
subscribe button. Go on. Do it.
Dude, Choo Choo
And
Charles
you
is
have to
so
leave Matt
creepy,
maybe to read
though.
that. Yes, hi. Hello. It's head editor Dan stepping
Dude,
in for a very
Dan.
sick Matt whose voice apparently has died and gone
Dang.
to Theory Heaven. But enough about that. Dear viewer, let me introduce you to Choo Choo Charles, an Indian
Bruh,
horror
dude, Choo Choo Charles is so creepy, dude. Like, one of the creepiest choo-choo trains out there. Like, no
game
cap.
where your goal is to stop an unstoppable
Bruh, how
man-eating
terrible. It's like
spider
a
train.
spider
He
train.
really does not like fire, does he? You can just give up.
Bro, he
I don't know if you
hates
noticed this.
fire.
You're not making much progress here, bud.
Okay, the moderately stoppable man-eating spider train.
Oh, you can't get me.
Bro, why is he so creepy, dude? Get back
He's
on the
been
track.
tested by the one thing he can't challenge. Basic wooden structure.
Okay, he might be a little stoppable.
I
Anyway,
mean, no
regardless
cap.
of his threat level, it's our job to get rid of him. To do that, we must
That's
find
right.
3 mystical eggs in various mines throughout the
The
island.
eggs.
While on our quest, the game presents us with
Bro,
a
I'd be
bunch
like,
of
dude, you
questions.
can keep your
Questions on a
eggs.
mysterious background. Questions about the nature of this evil spider train. Questions about pickles. Just pickles.
Bro, low-key questions about, like, all the pickles. Like, oh my goodness, so many pickles.
Oh, this is gonna be a good episode.
Man, don't
On
mess
you
with
are,
her
Matt,
pickles.
This is going to be a great episode.
Bruh,
So
I
what
feel it.
secrets are lurking in the corners of the island of Aranirum? All aboard the crazy
Dang.
train, loyal
That's
theorists,
low-key a
because
bar.
this episode is about to go off the rails. Why does he write these puns?
Puns.
Let's start with the simplest question first. What exactly
I
is
low-key love
Charles? I've
puns.
repeatedly called him a man-eating spider train, and if you play the
That-
game normally,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
that's largely what you're going to walk away
Yep.
thinking. But if that's your understanding as to the true nature of Charles, then
Spider
shoot
train,
dang, my friend,
Spider-Man.
you are wrong. It turns out Charles isn't actually a train at all. I know that sounds crazy considering I'm
Bro,
talking
what?
about a nightmare fuel-injected version
Right.
of Thomas the Tank Engine. But stick with me here. One of the earliest missions in the game is to unlock a chest for a man named Daryl. Inside that chest is a stone tablet that seems to be depicting people fighting off a giant spider monster. Huh, now doesn't that sound familiar?
Bro,
The
that
fact
does.
It is literally carved into a stone tablet and looks like an early caveman drawing.
Ancient, right.
implies the spider creatures have roamed the land of Aranirum for tens
Right.
of thousands of years. It would seem
Dang.
to suggest that the spider and the train are 2 separate pieces, and the
Dude,
spider
that is really
ultimately came
interesting.
first in a sort of twisted chicken and egg scenario. This also
Right.
makes sense based on the way the island was named. The island is named Aranirum based on the word Arania, Latin for spider. So where does the train part come in?
that
Well,
makes
to
sense.
understand that, we need a bit of history about the island. Throughout the game, we learn the story of Warren Charles III, a rich tycoon that started a gold mining operation on the island. And
Dude,
we
okay.
see evidence of his operation everywhere. Large
Dude,
open mine
everywhere.
shafts, mine carts, tools, tall buildings full of essential mine-related paperwork.
Ah, yes, my room dedicated to my filing cabinet.
But most importantly,
The
he brought
filing
these trains.
cabinets.
Warren is the reason for the rails running all around the island.
Bro, yeah, he
needed
made, like,
mining
a lot of
trains to
these.
carry his spoils to and from the mines. In fact,
Shout
when
out
we get
Game
our
Tunes
first
for,
train
like,
from Eugene at the
the
beginning of
origin
game,
story.
You can see the Charles Mining Company logo plastered
I don't know
on
if
the
they're
side.
gonna, like,
So on that note, have you ever stopped to
be
take a
about
look
the
at
same or
Charles'
not.
train cabin? I understand that the answer is likely no when a spider train is doing everything it can to eat your face. Naturally, you're not going
Bro, I
to
was about to
walk
say,
towards it
dude, if I saw a spider train, I think I'd be out, dude. I'd be like, nah, dude, I think I've seen too much creepiness for like a lifetime.
As for an inspection. But if you do manage to get a closer look right before you're devoured, you may notice on the side of the cabin is a logo for
Mining
the
Charles Company.
Mining Company.
Charles
the
Mining
train
Company.
belonged to Warren. It was not part of Charles' original body. In fact, I think we can pinpoint exactly when Charles came into possession of the train. In the
Wasn't
first
Charles like a
mining
person?
visit, there's a note left by Eugene that tells us this.
Yeah, it was a person who got stuck in there and ate the
Company
eggs, I
broke
think,
through a
right?
wall and into a large cavern. There's something strange here, and we don't know what it is.
Right, it was
Now,
like an
Charles
actual
isn't
person.
What they immediately find here. According to another note, this is when they find the mystical eggs that
Yeah.
we've been tasked with collecting.
They found
little
a whole
eggs
nest of eggs
that
while
are creepy.
clearing out debris from the cave-in.
And when they start using the eggs, this is when Charles first shows up in all of his train glory.
Right.
While the prism was extracting life energy from a batch of eggs, that's when Charles attacked for the first time.
Dude,
While
do not
Charles
mess
wasn't
with
found
Choo Choo
within
Charles'
that cavern,
eggs.
I do believe that's where he was laying
I mean, it
dormant.
makes
It
sense
was
like a
also here where
dinosaur,
he would have taken
how
over
they
one
would
of the mining
like
trains that
protect
the
the
miners had left
eggs, or
behind.
like
Why
any
do
like
that?
bird
Well,
type,
humans have
any creature, I
advanced a
guess.
bit since the old caveman drawing days. Their technology is better, more deadly. No longer are they fighting with bows and spears. They have
Right.
guns and flamethrowers and bazookas. Bazooka's just a fun word to say, guys. Let me have that. Plus, Charles has
Dude.
proven himself to be strangely
Bazooka.
intelligent. Quote,
I've been staking out the area for days, and Charles has never crossed the old wood bridge. Somehow the
I like
beast
how
is
it feels
cunning
like an
enough to
old
know it's
western.
dangerous.
Is anybody else
Charles
getting that
saw
vibe? Let me know in the
explosives and mining
comments.
equipment and quickly realized he couldn't survive an onslaught with those more advanced humans.
Bruh, there
So,
goes
he
Charles.
was around him. The mining train that the crew
Bruh,
had
be
been
running.
using to transport
I
supplies
would
to
be
and
out.
from the mine. This gave him a layer of protection from their bullets and made him far more deadly. Which leads us
Bro,
to
why does like Choo Choo Charles have to be this creepy? I mean, low key, this has to be one of the most terrifying things I think I've ever seen. Like a spider train, it almost rivals Pennywise for me, which is my greatest fear, dude. Like low
the
key,
events of the game. and
it's
stories
giving
we
me
hear
vibes
the
of
rich
Pennywise
tycoon
in a
Warren
spider train
Charles
form, which
III.
Pennywise
While
was a
we
train.
and the rest of the island want to take
I mean,
down
Pennywise
Charles,
was a
Warren appears to
spider.
have other ideas. He has hidden the eggs in 3 mines across the island.
Right,
which
can you
means
imagine
that nobody
Pennywise
is
as a
able to
train?
summon and
I feel like
fight
it'd look
Charles.
exactly
He
like
even
Choo Choo
takes away
Charles.
the weapons of the locals in order to stop them from even attempting
They
to
were like,
fight
let's
Charles.
just take
My late
Pennywise
husband built a
and train.
gun to help fight Charles, but Warren's goons stole the barrels and took him up to their camp.
So immediately,
Dang.
this guy gives off strong villain vibes. But his
Right.
evil deeds don't stop there. We're told in another note found on the
Bro, this whole
island
mining
that he
company,
Made us
if I
bring
remember
our
right, is like
families
extra
to this
sus.
hellhole, so we never need to leave or to keep information
Dang.
about his business practices away from the
Bruh,
mainland.
he's got some
That's right,
extra
Warren is a
like
shady
sus business.
businessman.
Shady,
Shocker.
right?
Mr. Warren
Shady.
never told anyone from the mainland about his mining operation here. He never even reported the cave-in. He hasn't paid us since then. Our living quarters are atrocious. Top it all off, none of us miners ever received.
Dang, dude, he's like cutting corners left and right over here. Like, you can't be doing
copies of our
that.
paperwork.
So not only
Sounds
did
like
he
every
accidentally
businessman,
release an ancient
though,
spider
right?
demon, not only did he lure everyone away from the mainland to keep them quiet about his dirty dealings, but he
trapped
also
them.
committed the biggest sin of all. He didn't issue his workers their W-2s. Now how are they going to file their taxes?
Bruh.
Wow, thanks, Matt. Really wanted to talk about
Tax season's
season.
coming up,
Though I have
too.
to ask, what did you expect
How
from
could
a
you
guy
do
with a
that?
horseshoe mustache, cowboy hat, and yellow suit? Call me crazy, but with an outfit like that, trustworthy isn't the first thing that springs to mind.
No
Banana
cap.
cowboy is what immediately springs.
Banana
Better than
cowboy.
banana cowboy? That is excellent.
Dude, that is
said,
so
there are
accurate.
Even larger accusations being thrown at Warren.
Bruh,
The
also
local
that,
theorist
like,
Greg,
that facial hair is
conspiracy theorist,
something.
suspects that Warren may actually be using Charles in a plot to
Take over the world.
and you can tell that Greg is trustworthy.
I mean, that
because he
makes
doesn't wear a
sense.
yellow suit. In fact, he's so
Bruh, it's
trustworthy.
like Jurassic like World or something like that, where they're trying to get like the eggs so they can really like make that big money. That's what this is sort of reminding me
he
of.
doesn't wear anything. According to Greg,
Warren Warlord III is trying to hatch and raise more of these 8-legged critters. A whole army for who knows what
Bro, why would
purpose.
you do
Warren
that,
must have
dude? That
realized
cannot
how
end
powerful
well.
These things are, and rather than protect us from them, wants to use them to take over the world.
so there we have it. Case closed.
Bruh,
Warren is in
that's
cahoots with
sus.
Charles and is trying to conquer everything, right? Wrong. You guys know Matt. You know that Matt personally
He's
loves
got those
yellow
twists.
jackets. You guys also know that Matt isn't going to just
Dude,
trust
they're
any
in
theory out
cahoots.
there, especially when the accuser signs his name Genius Extraordinaire. So
Oh,
we did some
dang.
digging to see whether Warren was really the mustache-twirling villain everyone thinks he is. And
Bruh,
if you
is
go
he?
through the game and find all the notes, you start to see a different side of the story.
Oh, dang.
A note you find
Dude,
in a
there's like
random
another
shack on the
side.
northeast side of the island tells us that the Charles family is rather wealthy, with lots of success in the
Dang.
mining industry. However, the writer
Bruh,
goes
so
on
why
to
is he
say,
trying to
"I'm
cut corners
surprised
with
he's
these
choosing
people?"
to take such a risk here." Some people have taken this to mean that Warren knew something everyone else didn't, that he
Right.
knew about the eggs. If this family was so wealthy,
Don't
why
they
would
be
he risk coming
sauce?
to the island just for the sake of gold? And while that certainly makes a lot of sense,
Dude,
it's
it really
far
does.
from the only interpretation. In fact, if you find more of the lore sprinkled across the island, you'll quickly come
Bruh,
to
I
learn that
love how these games have like lore and stuff with them. I think that is really amazing. It adds such a fantastic touch with like, which I think is incredible.
Warren isn't as wealthy as everyone thinks he is. During the mission for
Bruh.
Ronnie, in the center of the island where we have to climb a series of old towers built by Warren to retrieve some
Oh,
paperwork,
dang, dude.
there's a note you can find that tells us we'll need to strike gold fast if we want any chance of avoiding bankruptcy. The note
Oh,
is
so he's
written in
about to
first
go
person. It's from the
bankrupt.
perspective of a person who set up this mining operation. And given these towers are where important employee paperwork
Right.
is filed, files that Ronnie tells
Get
us
them
no
W2s.
employee ever received, it gives me reason to believe
Must be the
this note is from
W2s.
none other than Warren himself. He set up the mining operation. He was looking for gold, and it's all because his company was running out of money. He wasn't necessarily bankrupt from the
Oh.
expedition, but he wasn't far off. And this
Bro, he was
the
just trying to get the quick
last-ditch
money
effort to
so he
save the
could
company.
save himself from
That's why he took
bankruptcy.
the risk. It wasn't for the spider eggs, thank God. It really was for gold.
Right.
Again, I've seen people online
Bro, he
suggest
wants
he
them
was
spider
looking
eggs,
to
though, I
sell
feel
these
like.
eggs for profit, only to realize how dangerous they were. But that
But
also
low-key,
doesn't
probably
line
not.
up with what we see in the game.
Right.
The character Gale tells us that while under Warren's orders, he was responsible for hiding the eggs and protecting them. We also
Dude, that's
see
sus.
this echoed in a note from one of the mine shafts.
Make sure nobody goes near the egg. If you see anyone that shouldn't be there, shoot them immediately. No risk can be taken. As soon as it finishes, kill it and bring the body to me.
He's talking
Jeez.
about the spider eggs hatching. He's doing the exact opposite of what Greg
Dude,
was
the reverse
expecting.
card
Rather than
from
raising
Uno.
them to make an army,
Let's
he's
go.
actively trying to kill them once they hatch to stop more
Bro,
death
he got
from
that
occurring.
sledgehammer.
Warren isn't selling the eggs. He's actively hiding them, locking them
Oh,
away,
trying to
and then
protect-
having armed guards protect them
Oh,
from being stolen.
makes
he
sense.
fears that destroying the eggs will only anger Charles and make him stronger.
I mean, low-key, that does make sense. I mean, can you imagine if, like, Choo Choo Charles got out? Like, he's trying to protect them. Obviously, he does get out in the game, but, I mean, I think we know why he's trying to protect everybody.
Stranger, you don't know what you're doing.
Bruh, you gotta get rid of them eggs. Oh, no! Dude, that's not
an option.
good!
So instead, the only solution is to isolate the eggs, wait for the baby spiders to hatch,
Bruh, that
and
is so
then kill them. What's even
terrifying!
less evil is that after the Charles incident, Warren starts evacuating people, at least according to the note from Gale.
I mean, at least he's evacuating people, so he knows what he's dealing with. He knows he's dealing with these extra sus eggs, and he's like, I need to get everybody out of here ASAP, or else, like, things are about to go down.
Everyone on the island is convinced this guy is evil and wants
But he's
everyone
trying to help.
stay and die on the island. But at least to start with, that wasn't actually the case.
I've been praying someone from
Or
the
he
first
was.
evacuation group would just send back another boat. But I guess
So he's
they
trying to
all
get people
think
out,
that
he's trying to
George's
protect them.
supply boat is still evacuating people.
Fun
It's real-
fact,
I thought he
we
was a
actually
bad
know
guy.
Someone that was on the first evacuation boat. During the game's tutorial, we hear this line.
That gun you were looking at wasn't on here when I was evacuated from the island.
Good old Eugene. May his memory live
Good
on,
old
just like
Eugene.
Matt's voice.
Oh.
When you consider all this, it absolutely explains why Warren never informed the mainland about the cave-in. This wasn't
Right.
about hiding bad business
It was about to
practices.
hide the
It was
spider
about
eggs.
trying to stop others from coming to the island and
Oh,
either
he's
dying
trying to
the
get them
sharp
out
legs
of there.
Charles or trying to destroy the eggs themselves. He was afraid of escalating the situation,
Right.
and his fears are 100% founded because look
Yeah.
who decides to show up. Us. And what do? Escalate the situation. We kill Warren's guards. We steal the eggs. We try to do the exact thing
Bruh,
Warren was trying to
no!
prevent. Destroy the eggs.
Dang.
And lo behold, it makes Charles stronger.
Oh.
The only mistake Warren
Bruh,
made
that's not
was
good.
doubting us. He didn't expect us or anyone to
To
be
get the
able
eggs.
to win the final battle. but can you blame them? We're talking about a giant hex spider protected by a train shell.
Bro, I mean, no cap. Like, that seems like it'd be like, yeah, Choo Choo Charles gonna win.
Desperately digging for gold to try and save a dying family business, only to unearth a horrible monster instead.
Bruh, he literally picked the worst spot to mine at. He picked the one spot where there's like this train clown, like monster spider thing. He picked the one area with this extra sus creature, dude. Like, could have picked anywhere else, but he picked this area.
Not enough, his employees abandon him. They all turn their backs on him and betray him. He saw the danger.
Right now, look, you feel bad for like the antagonist
from becoming stronger. He evacuated people from the island, and he didn't tell anyone.
But he was a good guy.
There wouldn't be more deaths. And what did he get for his good deeds? Some face-to-face time with a monster he tried so desperately. Or
bruh, that is terrifying.
Warren knew something bigger and something more dangerous was coming. And I'm not talking about the cave full of Charles eggs that show up during the post-credit scene. Oh no, my friends.
Oh, there's more.
This ominous warning found in a hidden note from one of the shrines.
Beware the bus.
Bruh, dude, I mean, I know spiders like lay a lot of eggs, but dude, there's this whole shrine of Choo Choo Charles, like Choo Choo trains out there, dude. Like, they're about to take over, though.
His name is Gus. He's not on.
Bruh, imagine
so don't
you have trouble with one, and now there's like
back to the mainland,
1 million.
Don't ride the bus. Gus bus. Bus the Gus.
The Gus bus.
Best. Charles fears Gus.
Forget about spider
I mean, I would
now we're
too.
talking about something really scary. Spider buses.
Oh no!
Honest,
spider boats, spider buses.
From the guy sitting next to you. Now that is what I call horror. But hey, it's all
the
just
Gus
a theory.
bus.
A
game
theory.
theory.
Thanks for watching. And hey, if you want to keep writing the rails of quality content, be sure to check out some of our other indie horror theories, like this one on the monster inside Amanda the Adventurer.
Bruh, Amanda the Adventurer, yes.
You can always check out the lore of Evertale, the game that literally made fake ads to get people to download it. That one is a real wild ride. As always, don't forget to subscribe. This has been Head Editor Dan, and I'm going back
Dude, Dan,
to
you did a great job.
Maybe find some scraps of it.
Yo, that was so amazing and so incredible, dude. Like, Choo Choo Charles, finding out all that lore, which I had no idea about, I think was really interesting. The amount of detail in this video about Choo Choo Charles, I think was really amazing and really fantastic. Like, oh my goodness, dude, that was like, Choo Choo Charles is one of the most creepy things I've ever seen, like right up there with like Pennywise for me. And like Pennywise is like my ultimate fear, which I think is really interesting. Like, it's like you took Pennywise and put him in a train, and like he's in his spider form, and then he's like a train. And like, can it get any creepier than that? I mean, I don't think so. Let me know in the comment section down below. I mean, it looks like the Gus bus is about to take off next, and like with all those spider eggs like from Choo Choo Charles, I feel like this is about to get like extra interesting, dude. Like, one Choo Choo Charles is enough. I don't think we need any more, because that seems like it's gonna get like extra terrifying. I just absolutely just like so love this from beginning to end. I think that was just like so fantastic, so amazing. That was just like so incredible, and also just like extra creepy. If you guys enjoyed the reaction, leave a like. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. As always, guys, I'll catch you in the next reaction video.